Welcome back to AgriTalk in beautiful Boca Raton, Florida. We are at the Ag Retailers Annual Conference, and joining us now is the incoming chairman, Billy Pirkle from Colorado. He'll serve this coming year as chairman of the Ag Retailers Association. First of all, Billy, congratulations.
Thank you very much, Mike. This is an opportunity that I really look forward to. I hope I serve the association well.
I know you're excited about it, and it's both an exciting and challenging time for agriculture in general and for ag retailers in particular. First of all, tell us a little bit about your business in Colorado.
I'm a part of the Crop Production Services. We're a national retailer. We serve growers throughout the United States through our branch outlets, and I do regulatory affairs.
And for those not familiar with ARA, I mean, we're talking about people from across the country in the input and service sector that really are a key cog in the whole food production system of this country.
Yeah, ARA is a trade association, national trade association for ag retailers. And we serve all throughout the United States with a focus on advocacy and policy representation for the ag retailers.
And a lot of issues right now to deal with. One of them that you're dealing with right now is this whole permitting issue. Kind of give us your thoughts on that.
Well, the NPDES permitting, non-point source for which affects some of the water if we're actually doing water applications if direct. There's some clarity hopefully coming from EPA on that. There's been some comments made. The trade association have made comments, and hopefully EPA will come out with some better clearance and guidance on what actually is covered under the NPDES permitting.
Because we're hearing about a nightmare of red tape, all the forms and the time that'll be taken. Is that a concern? Is that your concern here?
Well, we think it will be, because we think it not only will affect the ag retailer and put a burden on the ag retailer to understand what to do and when to do it and how to perform it timely for their growers, but also some of the growers who actually may do their own application will be affected as well.
You mentioned timeliness. I mean, that's the key. I mean, in agriculture, things have to be done at certain times, and if you're caught up in filling out paperwork and waiting for approvals and things like that, your window can close.
That is very true. Some of the states are leading right now, and some of the states, Illinois being one of them, have already sort of worked on the actual permitting process. Some of the states we're not currently aware of their permitting process, and so we may be behind the curve when planting season comes.
So that'll be a challenge. So hopefully some clarification coming from EPA. Now, your topic here at this conference, I think, is right on the key issue we're facing in many ways for feeding a growing world population. That is the sustainability issue. And I've been thinking a lot about this. And, you know, we heard about the 7 billion world population, about to go to 9 billion, and how we're going to feed all these people. But it's not like we're just throwing open the doors and saying, hey, do whatever you can to feed these people. The challenge is for agriculture, feed all those people, but you're going to have to do it under perhaps even more restrictions and guidelines than we've ever had before.
Yeah, it's a global economy, and for growers to be profitable, they need to actually have good technology and limit their input costs. So a grower would not want to actually use products that don't help the environment or are sustainable. So our growers that we're working with now are pretty receptive to technology. It's going to be an opportunity to educate them of all the new technologies and the avenues that we can actually support them in growing a crop to feed the world.
Yeah, fortunately, there are those technologies available. It's finding the right ones that work for each operation and their application so you can produce that food in a sustainable way.
That's true. Well, I think for growers too, it's not only having the right technology, but also it could be geographically. What works for one region of the country may not work for another region. Some of the technology that works on one crop may not work on another crop. So I think in the next few years, as we actually vet and verify some of these technologies on specific crops, we'll actually see a lot of success.
We've mentioned that there are a lot of definitions of sustainability. I think your organization's really hit upon a good one, and that basically saying being able to produce in a safe way now for this generation, and make sure you're not harming future generations' opportunity and availability of doing the same thing.
Yes, I think the consumers are sort of leading that too. Some of the large chemical companies, some of the large food buyers and food producers are already leading that area. And I think the consumer's making a wise choice to do that.
Looking ahead to this coming year, Farm Bill, I guess that'll be one of your top priorities.
It is one of the advocacy things because it'll have a huge effect on agriculture. One of the differences right now that we're focusing a little more the tax side of it, of the Farm Bill, is the depreciation of equipment and how do you invest. The construction or industry does a 5-year depreciation, and ag equipment is at a 7-year. And it's still the same types of equipment. So with some uniformity in the bill, hopefully.
You'll be giving input into that process.
Yeah, we have ARA has a great staff, and they actually work with our members, prepare talking, communicate on the Hill, brief staffers and senators and congressmen to hopefully give them the information to make a great decision.
And as a chairman, you're really appreciative of a great staff.
They are a great staff. Thank you very much, Mike.
Thanks, Billy. All right, Billy Pirkle, he's going to be the chairman for the Ag Retailers Association in this coming year. All right, when we come back, we're going to talk more about the sustainability issue. We're going to talk with Dave Koppas from Iowa, who works very closely on that issue in that state. We'll talk about that when we come back to the ARA convention in Florida here on AgriTalk.